Alec, everyone at home,
Back.
I'd like to welcome
Yeah,
you to Survivor Cook Islands.
here we are.
All right, we're in
We're-
the jury. We're in it, baby.
Apparently, we're in the jury. Apparently, we're having how many jury members is it? We determined it was 10
10.
or some weird thing. Which is like that just seems
You never know what to
really.
expect in Survivor.
It just seems like a really bad idea. But
What could
can you
go
imagine
wrong?
a tie? Well, I guess here we are at the final taping. I guess we gotta make sure everybody recast their vote.
Yeah, right. It's something to think about for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so previously Brad was voted out. You know, the most insulting, perhaps, it's really can't feel good for Brad being voted out over Jonathan, over especially Jonathan, who just betrayed his tribe and
Yeah.
and just joined this tribe. They were like,
Yeah,
no,
that-
we dislike you enough to vote you out over him.
Yeah, that is a lot of disrespect right there.
I mean, I don't really agree with the move, even on paper, but
No, it seems like a very strange. It feels like a very strange move to me. I don't know.
I mean, I get the
Yeah, like-
idea that's like you're
like
kind of
it-
holding him hostage. You can't go back, but
Yeah.
like Brad
But-
seemed very loyal at the like he was annoying people that he didn't do the swimming,
Yeah.
and then he made a comment, which Nate always takes the comment and he runs with it. But
He just runs with it. Well, that's the thing that was weird. It was to me that it was like they had an out to keep Brad around a little longer.
I
You
guess
know,
they're
it was like-
assuming that he'll go back with the with his former Asian tribe mates.
And Jenny won't apparently.
Yeah. I
No.
don't know. I don't know what it is. Brad made one too many comments himself.
Mm.
He
Apparently.
was like, "Oh, once we
apparently
get
so.
to the merge, it's every man for himself." Oh,
Yeah.
Nate was like, "Wait, what did he just say?" Hold
Yeah.
the phone, Jonathan. You're good. He's gone.
Yeah, Jonathan. You're all
I
set.
never heard Jonathan
You're
say something like
try
that
your best.
before.
Yeah, Jonathan's a good boy. Never say such a thing.
Good old boy.
That's right.
Who in a previous Survivor season called someone a good old boy? Did Bobby John?
Yeah, he's a
Bobby
good old
John
boy.
said
Or-
something about someone being he's a good old boy.
He's a good old boy. Yeah.
I don't know. Just
It's
something
probably-
Bobby John charm rubs off on me.
Bobby John probably saying that to Jamie.
But-
Good old boy. I don't know.
I'm
That's my
pretty
leg,
no.
you
I'm
know.
pretty sure. No, he was talking about like Blake, I think, or no, not Blake.
maybe.
What's his name? Brian, who got voted out for being like the
Maybe.
strategic guy
Oh
in
yeah.
Guatemala,
He's a
and
good
he
old
was like,
boy.
he's a good old
Yeah.
boy. They were in tribal council.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
Very relevant. All right, so
Yeah.
if you're new to the channel, though, I'm taking my friend Alec here through Survivor for the first time. And we have all the previous episodes of this season, and every season before. You can see all our coverage, whether it be reviews or reactions to every episode. It's there. There's over 100 Survivor videos in the channel to enjoy, but we're going chronologically through. So I have seen this. Alec has not. So as always,
true.
click
I
the
have
link in
not.
the description to see the highlights of our reaction. Come back afterwards for the discussion.
All right.
All right, well, there you have it.
Wow,
Rebecca and
okay.
Jenny voted out. Alec, how do you feel about it, the bottle?
That's quite an interesting episode. I mean, like, hey, that's a good twist. I mean, we do have more people this time around, right? More people that have stayed for a longer period of time this time around. So I guess it makes sense that we would have like another double vote, because I'm pretty sure we already had both tribes are voting someone out. So we already had sort of one of those one time. So here we have another double vote out, but this one's a bit more unexpected because it was announced at tribal council rather than beforehand.
But
So
it's a pretty fucked up twist. It's pretty fucked up.
yeah, kinda. I mean, it's entertaining as a viewer, very entertaining, because it's you don't see that coming.
Right.
It's pretty crazy, right?
But to literally have
As a
no
tribe-
chance to save yourself, like
Yeah,
Jenny had no time.
don't-
Like if they had talked more, she might have been able
yeah,
to get out of that.
yeah. That was crazy to me that they didn't seem that they would they gave them any time to talk. That was the thing that was a little bit like whiplash to me. Like, it almost felt like we needed to have like
they just wanted to get something crazy to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also think about it as a twist. It's an exciting result here, but I think it's a bad idea for a twist. Imagine if I2 just lost that challenge.
Yeah.
And they
they are down to 2 members.
4-2. Yeah.
4-2.
What a great underdog story that would make.
Yeah.
Like really beating them down when they're already down. It just happened to work out that they got the result that I'm sure they were looking for, and even things out a little more. But
like maybe they may have had 2 separate bottles.
I know, right? You put in a freaking inside a sealed thing. You can just be like, all right, you get to add another member. You don't vote someone out.
Yeah. The person who's just voted out is immune for the rest of the game. No.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is wild.
Yeah, it does. It does seem like a little. I don't know. It's tough.
Maybe this is the wake up call you needed. Like unexpectedly having to vote a second person out at tribal council. Yeah.
The wake up call you needed was to whittle down your original members from 5 now to 3, and you have 2 mutineers that are on your team that are now like a significant force on your team, on your tribe. Like that's just
that place. Well, Candace is basically one of them, like.
Yeah.
So it seems like that little clique of like Adam and Candace. That was the sole reason that Jenny ended up going, because it's like Adam and Candace, and Jonathan's obviously going to go along with that, and so Parvati was the big pivotal point. I guess she's just close to the young hot people clique, so the
young hot white people cliques. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Precisely that.
Yeah.
But so narrowly, when I was watching this for the first time, like Jonathan's toast of like this twist comes up.
Yeah.
Jonathan's toast, like he just barely got out of that first vote,
You'd think, right? But no.
But yeah, man, he's getting a lot of fish. I tell you what. It literally seemed like the fear of Jenny, wanting to get Candace out was why they did it.
It was the fear of that, and the fear of her like merging back if a merge supposedly happens, did she go back to?
It didn't seem like they were worried about it.
Them, but like I don't know.
She was very loyal. I don't think they had any doubt about that. But I think they're just, naturally, Adam was saying like she would be worried about him linking up with her, which obviously is so.
Because they've got a little fling going on or something.
The blinders are on. That's all they care about, All
they care is the relationship. Yeah, that's it. So that's wild. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean that would piss me off too if I was her, because like we only lost 1 challenge, and yet here we are getting me out too. Just it's basically she's just like she's what's the phrase I'm looking for? She's a collateral damage.
Exactly, and imagine the whiplash, like we were saying, from their best guess was that we're gonna merge. That's what they think is gonna happen. It's like, oh, okay, we're probably gonna merge now. You're already thinking about moving forward in the merge, and it's like, oh, we're gonna vote someone out, and then I get voted out. Okay, that was great. That feels good.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. She's kind of messed up.
Like, she's kind of salty about the whole thing, because she's like, maybe if I had an idea that there was going to be a second person voted out, I would have been able to do something about it.
Yeah, well, especially because it's like say this didn't happen, we get another 3 days or 2 days or whatever, and she has time to sort of state her case to get rid of Jonathan. Like, Jonathan's catching his fish, but he's still not one of our original members, so we should vote him out. It's just insane that it's crazy. It's crazy that that's where we've ended up.
Right, and they had to make a spontaneous decision right there. But now Jonathan is squeaked by into the final 9 here, just like that. And we got 3 members of the jury. Rebecca, very unceremonious vote out. It's clear
didn't even get her.
It's clear they didn't even bother to add any drama there, because they knew that the drama was coming with the second one. So it's like, all right, well, Rebecca, whatever, It's a foregone conclusion.
They're just like, see ya.
Yeah, it's another case where it also kind of worked out because, like, the last time they voted out 2 people, it would have been a pretty boring vote if it was just one, and this one also would have been a pretty boring vote if it was just one. So they both worked out. Coincidentally, that it was like, okay, made it more exciting by having two and one.
Right. Yeah. So I think exciting television makes it really interesting as a viewer, as a player. That would feel awful. I would feel cheated by literally everything. Everything.
Right. Just like Andrew Savage in Pearl Islands when Lil comes back and that's the reason he gets voted out.
Yeah. Yeah.
She swings over.
Yeah.
Pissed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your past has come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, really, it's but well.
But very interesting. Very interesting how we're shaping up here. Oh, there he is. So we did have a fun reward challenge that I2 also won, and
yeah, nautical nonsense is what I called it. But yeah, it was great. I actually like that whole everything. This whole episode, actually, this is like, because the twist is kind of messed up. I'm not giving up my star.
Yeah, you can't give it a gold star for what they're doing.
I can't give it a gold star for what they're doing. I can't give it a gold star for what they're doing, but it almost gets it because the episode as a whole was incredibly entertaining. Both reward and immunity challenges, solid. We had like a little bit of drama, a little bit of romance. You know, we got some, Candace being like, "They want me to suffer," and she's all sad, and she's gutting sea cucumbers, and it's like. They're really going up close on like her gutting these sea cucumbers, and it looks disgusting.
Yeah,
and then she's like crying.
She's pouring her heart out to the people, and looks like she's tearing the heart apart in front of her. She's like, it's a hard. It's like a bad feeling when the people you like want to see you suffer.
Want to see you suffer, and I was like, "Gee, that's a little overdramatic," but okay. She's hormones are flying because Adam's around, so that's probably why she's more emotional now because she's a woman, right? So that's the way they all are, right?
It's a curious thing how you can spin every narrative from your own perspective. It's like they want people that I like want me to suffer. Meanwhile, full context, you mutinied from this group.
Yeah. You betrayed them.
And so you
joined another tribe because of a boy you liked. So yeah.
Obviously, she's playing the game. I don't want her to actually suffer for that, but it's like
suffering's a relative term,
right? But there's perspective every angle. It's like I like these people and they want me to suffer. Well, if you liked them so much, you should have stayed with them. Yeah,
that's right. The reward was really fun. They got marched in to a campsite by some the locals. We'll call them, and it was a Warriors Feast. They had a big party and dancing and singing, and Yule got sandwiched in between two large women, and it was great.
That's true.
He's very entertaining. The whole thing was delightful. And we had our immunity challenge, which was a lot of studying involved apparently in these last two challenges too.
Yep.
They had to study flags, and they had to study the sets of islands, and they didn't really show us a whole lot of that because they're like, they're gonna. Well, from editing, they're just gonna solve it immediately anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. So I2's just been running. He's got a streak going here.
Yeah.
And now it's the question of when do we merge? What's going on here? When's it gonna be?
So I thought what I was speculating would be on the paper would be either no merge, we continue as is, but we're playing as individuals, or it was going to be something like you said vital information about the game. So I was like, okay, well, are we going to say that there's maybe a second immunity idol out there now, or there was always a second one, and because there may be two interpretations of the clues, or are we saying that if there's some other twist that's like we're going to tell you who has the immunity who has it, that'd be kind of messed up too, but that's like vital information about the game, but I didn't expect it to be like vital information being we're voting someone else out.
Right. That's
Kind of weird
really
to say.
they really hoodwinked him on that one.
Yeah.
It's like you get the beautiful. You're not walking. You're not walking away empty-handed when you lose the challenge. You can take this bottle back with you, and then we'll open it after the vote. And then Parvati's like, "That's not fun."
Yeah, that's not fun. And then he's like, "Wow, that's quite a twist, isn't it? Well, anyway, time to vote." I was like, "What?"
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wake up call.
Deuces. So there it is.
There it is. Well, who would you give the MVP for the episode? Yule getting sandwiched.
Yule getting sandwiched. Jonathan fishing, and Candace being sad.
Doing some sucky kissy face. You got her.
Sucky kissy face.
Got Adam to kiss her fingers and lips.
And her lips. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a good move. I like that move. You know.
Yeah.
Just saying. You know, if any girls out there, they want me to kiss their boo boos, I'll do it.
Their boobies.
I'll do it. Just saying. If they want me to do that too, I might do it.
Next episode, we're past the games. They're just making out, and things are heating up, and they're just like,
things are heating up. It's just like
shelter.
It's just like flash. It like hard cuts to like the hard cut, much like Black Mirror. Hard cut to just sex, and then it hands over to like the rest of the tribe. They're like, we're trying to leave. We're trying to give them some space. And
what a twist!
What a twist! What a twist! I don't know how he got her in that position.
Everybody's watching. It's very weird scene.
Very, very odd, very bizarre. I can't believe they aired this on television to families.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it to Jonathan. Actually.
Yeah.
Jonathan for somehow sticking around.
Yeah,
somehow convincing them, making it out of that, making out in that. I don't know how he didn't make out at all. He's a Jew climbing a tree, as he said, like Zacchaeus before him. You gotta give it up.
Right. This one we got on video though.
Yeah, it's true.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah, he did. I think he deserves that. He did a lot of work. 22 fish in 2 days.
That's a lot of fish. Oh wow!
That's man. Fish will make you do some crazy things.
Apparently so, including voting out people who are loyal to you.
Yeah. I get it from Candace's perspective, because Jonathan.
From Candace, yeah.
Jonathan's always been loyal to her, even if she hasn't cared whatsoever internally.
Yeah, she thinks she's really untrustworthy.
But like he seemingly sees her as his number one, so she knows that he's not a threat to her specifically, and then and Jenny might be, so that makes sense. Adam is a little more gray area, but he's really just prioritizing Candace, and then Parvati's adding on to that. So I mean, you can see it, but I guess we'll have to see how things work out, see if it pays off for him.
We'll have to. All
right, we'll come back next week for another episode of Cook Islands. Okay.
Yeah. See you then.
In the meantime, why don't you go check out our review of Disney Pixar's Elemental. All right.
Check it out.
Recent Pixar movie. Check it out.
Yeah.
All right. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and if you do, be sure to read it in the next episode of the Tarqaron podcast. Click the link in the description for our social media and hit that notification bell, all right?
All right.